Good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a good evening tonight, good dinner. I'm getting my other one set up for comments. Hello, Paula. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming in to our Housemaid book read. Would you... Good. That's good. Good dinner and a good Bible read. Very good. Would you still work for a couple that the yard man tells you danger? I don't know if I would, but we're going to start out with our prayer and then continue on to the story. So tonight's prayer is, perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created. Perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created. Ether 4:14. Perhaps this is the moment for which you have been created. Lovely prayer. All right, I'm going to get comfortable and then we are going to dive right in to our chapter. And we are on chapter 22. It has been an awesome read for us. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Have a sit. I'm going to take a quick drink before I get started. All right, chapter 22. I spend the next week avoiding Andrew Winchester. I can't even deny anymore that I have feelings for him. Not just feelings. I have a very serious crush on the man. I think about him all the time. I even dream about him kissing me. And he might have feelings for me too, even though he claims he loves Nina. But the key point is, I don't want to lose this job. You don't keep jobs by sleeping with your married boss. So I do my best to stuff all my feelings away. Andrew is at work most of the day anyway. It's easy enough to stay out of his way. Tonight, as I am putting plates of food out for dinner, preparing to dash off before Andrew comes in the room, Nina wanders into the dining area. She bobs her head in approval at the salmon with a side of wild rice and, of course, chicken nuggets for Cecilia. That smells wonderful, Millie, she remarks. Thanks. I hover near the kitchen, ready to call it quits for the evening. Our usual routine. Will that be all? Just one thing. She puts her blonde hair to the side. Were you able to book those tickets for Showdown? Yes. I snatched up the last 2 orchestra seats for Showdown this Sunday night. I was so proud of myself. They cost a small fortune, but the Winchesters can afford it. You are in the 6th row from the stage. You could practically touch the actors. Wonderful, and Nina claps her hands together. And you booked the hotel room at the plaza. Since it's a bit of a drive into the city, Nina and Andrew will be staying overnight at the Plaza Hotel. Cecilia is going to be staying at a friend's house, and I'll get the whole darn house to myself. I can walk around naked if I want. I'm not planning to walk around naked, of course, but it's nice to know I could. It will be so lovely, Nina sighs. Andy and I really need this. I bite my tongue. I'm not going to comment on the state of Nina and Andrew's relationship, especially since the door slams at that moment, which means Andrew is home. Suffice to say, ever since that doctor's visit and their subsequent fight, they seem to have been somewhat distant from each other. Not that I'm paying attention, but it's hard not to notice the awkward politeness they have around each other. And Nina herself seems to be off her game, like now. Her white blouse is buttoned wrong. She missed a button and the whole thing is lopsided. I'm itching to tell her, but she'll scream at me if I do, so I keep my mouth shut. I hope you have a wonderful time, I say. We will, she beams at me. I can hardly wait all week. I frown. All week? The show is in 3 days. Andrew strides into the kitchen and then the dining room, pulling off his tie. He stops short when he sees me, but he stifles a reaction, and I stifle my own reaction to how handsome he looks in that suit. 3 days, Nina repeats. Millie, I asked you to book the tickets for a week from Sunday. I distinctly remember. Yes, I shake my head, but you told me that over a week ago, so I booked them for this Sunday. Nina's cheeks turn pink. So you admit that I told you to book it a week from Sunday, and you still booked it for this Sunday? No, what I'm saying is, I can't believe you could be so careless. She folds her arms across her chest. I can't make the show this Sunday. I have to drive Cecilia to her summer camp in Massachusetts Sunday, and I'm spending the night out there. What? I could have sworn she told me to book it for this coming Sunday and that Cecile would be staying at a friend's house. There's no way I got this messed up. Maybe somebody else could take her. I mean, the tickets are non-refundable. Nina looks affronted. I'm not letting someone else take my daughter to summer camp when I'm not going to see her for 2 weeks. Why not? That's no worse than trying to kill her, but I can't say that. I can't believe how badly you screwed this up, Millie. She shakes her head. The cost of those tickets and the hotel room is coming right out of your paycheck. My mouth falls open. The cost of those tickets and a hotel room at the plaza are more than my paycheck. Hell, it's more than 3 paychecks. I'm trying to save up so I can get the hell out of here. I blink back tears at the thought of not getting paid for the foreseeable future. Nina, Andrew breaks in. Don't get upset about this. Look, I'm sure there's a way to refund the tickets. I'll call the credit card company and I'll take care of it. Nina shoots me a seething look. Fine, but if we can't get the money back, I expect you to pay for it. Do you understand? I nod wordlessly and I dash off to the kitchen before she can catch me crying. And that takes us to 23. On Sunday afternoon, I get 2 pieces of good news. First, Andrew managed to refund the tickets, and I won't have to work for free. Second, Cecile is going to be gone for 2 whole weeks. I'm not sure which of these revelations I am happier about. I'm glad I don't have to shell out the money for the tickets, but I'm even happier that I don't have to wait on Cecilia anymore. Cecilia had packed enough luggage to last her at least 1 year. I swear, it's like she's put everything she owns in those bags. And then, if there was any space left, she filled it with rocks. That's how it feels as I'm carrying the bags out to Nina's Lexus. Please be careful with that, Millie. Nina watches me fretfully as I summon superhuman strength to lift the bags into her trunk. My palms are bright red from where I was holding the straps. Please don't break anything. What could Cecilia possibly be carrying to camp that's so fragile? Don't they mostly just bring clothes and books and bug spray? But far be it from me to question her. Sorry. When I get back into the house to retrieve the last of Cecilia's bags, I catch Andrew jogging down the stairs. He catches me about to lift the monstrous piece of luggage, and his eyes widen. Hey, he says, I'll carry that for you. That looks really heavy. I'm fine, I insist, only because Nina is coming out of the garage. Yes, she's got it, Andy. Nina wags a finger. You need to be careful about your bad back. He shoots her a look. My back is fine. Anyway, I want to say goodbye to Cece. Nina pulls a face. Are you sure you won't come with us? I wish I could, he said, but I can't miss an entire day of work tomorrow. I've got meetings in the afternoon. She sniffs. You always put work first. He grimaces. I don't blame him for being hurt by her comment. As far as I can tell, it's completely untrue. Despite being a successful businessman, Andrew is home every single night for dinner. He does occasionally go to work on the weekends, but he's always attended to dance recitals, one piano recital, a 4th grade graduation ceremony, a karate demonstration, and one night they were gone for hours for some sort of art show at the day school. I'm sorry, he says anyway. She sniffs again and turns her head. Andrew reaches out to touch her arm, but she jerks it away and dashes to the kitchen to get her purse. Instead, he heaves the last piece of luggage into his arms and goes out to the garage to dump it into the trunk and say goodbye to Cecilia, who is sitting in Nina's snow-colored Lexus wearing a lacy white dress that is wildly inappropriate for summer camp. Not that I would ever say anything. 2 whole weeks without that little monster. I want to jump for joy, but instead I turn my lips down. It will be sad without Cecilia here this month, I say, as Nina comes back out of the kitchen. Really, she said dryly. I thought you couldn't stand her. My jaw drops open. I mean, yes, she's right that Cecilia and I have not hit it off, but I didn't realize she knew I felt that way. If she knows. Does she realize I'm not a big fan of Nina herself? Nina smooths down her white blouse and goes back out to the garage. As soon as she leaves the room, it's like all tension has been sucked out of me. I always feel on the edge whenever Nina is around. It's like she's dissecting everything I do. Andrew emerges from the garage, wiping his hands on his jeans. I love how he wears a t-shirt and jeans on the weekend. I love the way his hair gets tousled when he's doing physical activity. I love the way he smiles and winks at me. I wonder if he feels the same way I do about Nina leaving. So, he says, now that Nina is gone, I have a confession to make. Oh, a confession? I'm madly in love with you, and I'm going to leave Nina so we can run off together to Aruba. Nah, not too likely. I couldn't get a refund on those show tickets. He hangs his head. I didn't want Nina to give you a hard time over it, or try to charge you. I'm sure she was the one who told you the wrong date. I nod slowly. Yes, she did, but, well, anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. So, I mean, you should take the tickets, go to the city, and see the show with a friend. And you can stay at the Plaza hotel room overnight. I almost gasped. That's, uh, that's so generous. The right side of his lip quirk up. Well, we've got the tickets. Why should they go to waste? Enjoy it. Yeah, I toy with the hem of my t-shirt, thinking I can't imagine what Nina would say if she found out. And I have to admit, just the thought of going gives me anxiety. I appreciate the gesture, but I'll pass on the show. Really, this is supposed to be the best show of the decade. You don't like going to shows on Broadway? He has no idea about my life, what I've been doing for the last decade. I've never even been to a show on Broadway. Then you need to go, I insist. Right, but I take a deep breath. The truth is, I don't have anyone to go with, and I don't feel like going alone. So, I'll just pass. Andrew stares at me for a moment, rubbing his finger against the slight stubble on his jaw. Finally, he says, I'll go with you. I raise my eyebrows. Are you sure that's a good idea? He hesitates. I know Nina has jealousy issues. Excuse me. But that's no reason to let these expensive tickets go to waste. And it's a crime if you've never been to a show on Broadway before. It will be fun. Yes, it will be fun. That's what I'm worried about. I imagine my evening unfolding, driving out to Manhattan in Andrew's BMW, sitting in the orchestra for one of the hottest shows on Broadway, and then maybe grabbing a bite to eat at one of the nearby restaurants, enjoying a glass of Progresso, having a conversation with Andrew where we don't have to worry about Nina showing up and glowering at us. It sounds wonderful. Sure, I say, let's do it. Andrew's face lights up. Awesome, I'll go change. And let's meet down here in about an hour, okay? You got it. As I climb the stairs to the attic, I get a dark, heavy sensation in the pit of my stomach. As much as I'm looking forward to tonight, I have a bad feeling about it. I have a feeling that if I go to the show, something terrible will happen. I already have a totally inappropriate crush on Andrew. It seems like spending the entire night with him, just the two of us, is tempting fate. But that's ridiculous. We're just going to go to Manhattan to enjoy a show. We are two adults, and we are completely in control of our own action. This will be fine. And that takes us to chapter 24. I can't go to Broadway show in jeans and a t-shirt. That's for sure. I checked online and officially there's no dress code, but it just feels wrong. Anyway, Andrew said he was going to change, so I need to wear something nice. The problem is, I don't own anything nice. Well, technically I do. I have a bag of clothing Nina gave me. I hung up the outfits so they wouldn't get damaged, but I have yet to wear any of them. For most part, they're all fancy dresses. It's not like I've had many occasions to dress up while cleaning the Winchester's house. I don't really want to put on a ball gown to do my vacuuming. But tonight, it is an occasion to dress up. Maybe such occasion I'll have for a long time. The biggest problem is that all the dresses are so blindly white. Obviously, it's Nina's favorite color. White is not my favorite color. I don't even think I have a favorite color. Anything but orange. But I never liked wearing white because it gets so dirty so easily. I'll have to be especially careful tonight, and I won't be wearing all white because I don't have any white shoes. All I've got are some black pumps, so that's what I'm wearing. I look through the dresses trying to figure out which one would be most appropriate for tonight. They're all so beautiful and extremely sexy. I select a form-fitting cocktail dress that falls just above my knees with a lace halter neckline. I had assumed since Nina is quite a bit heavier than I am, it would be loose on me, but she must have purchased it many years ago. It fits me perfectly. I couldn't have found something better if I had bought it for myself. I take it easy with the makeup, just a few dabs of lipstick, a tiny bit of eyeliner, and that's it. Whatever else happens tonight, I'm going to behave myself. The last thing I want is any trouble. And I have no doubt that if Nina suspects a whiff of anything between me and her husband, she'll make it a mission to destroy me. Andrew is already in the living room when I descend the stairs. He's wearing a gray suit jacket and matching tie. And he's taken the time to shower and shave all that stubble off his chin. He looks incredible. Devastatingly handsome. So handsome. I want to grab him by the lapels. But most amazing thing is the way his eyes fly open when he catches sight of me, and he inhales audibly. And then for a few moments, the two of us are just staring at each other. Millie. His hand is shaking a bit as he adjusts his tie. You look... He doesn't complete his thought, which is probably a good thing, because he's not looking at me the way you're supposed to be looking at a woman who is not your wife. I open my mouth, wondering if I should ask him if this is a bad idea, if maybe we should call off the whole thing. But I can't quite make myself say that. Andrew manages to rip his eyes away from me and looks down at his watch. We better get going. Parking can be a pain around Broadway. Yes, of course, let's go. There's no turning back now. I feel almost like a celebrity when I'm sliding into the cool leather seat of Andrew's BMW. The car is nothing like my Nissan. Andrew climbs in the driver's seat, and that's when I notice my skirt is riding up my thigh. When I put On the dress, it came nearly down to my knees, but sitting down, it's somehow mid-thigh. I tug at it, but only for a second. I let go and it rides right back up. Fortunately, Andrew's eyes are on the road as we exit the gates surrounding the property. He is good, faithful husband. Just because he looked like he was nearly going to pass out when he saw me in this dress, that doesn't mean he's not going to be able to control himself. I am so excited about this, I comment as he makes his way to the Long Island Expressway. I can't believe I'm going to see Showdown. He nods. I heard it's incredible. I even listened to some of the songs on my phone while I was getting dressed, I admit. He laughs. You said we were in the 6th row, right? That's right. Not only are we going to see the hottest show on Broadway, but we're so close. We can almost touch the actors. If they enunciate too much, we will be showered with their saliva. And weirdly, I'm excited about that. But listen, he raises his eyebrows. I feel bad that you're not going with Nina. I tug at the hem of my skirt, which seems like it's on a mission to show off my underwear. She was the one who wanted those tickets. He waves a hand. Don't worry about it. In the time we've been married, Nina has seen more Broadway shows than I can count. This is special to you. You are really going to enjoy it. I'm sure she would want you to enjoy it. I'm not so sure about that. Trust me, it's fine. He slows to a stop at a red light. As his fingers drum against the steering wheel, I notice his eyes stray away from the windshield. After a moment, I realize where he's looking. He's looking at my legs. I lift my eyes and he realizes he's been caught. His cheeks color and he looks away. I cross my legs and shift in the seat. Nina would definitely not be happy if she knew about any of this, but there's no chance she's going to find out. And anyway, we're not doing anything wrong. So what if Andrew looks at my legs? Looking isn't a crime. And that takes us to chapter 25. Oh my goodness. They sure are tempting fate. And it does sound like Mr. Andrew is attracted to Millie. So where is it going to go from here? We will find out. I want to thank you all for coming in tonight. God bless and have a sweet dreams, sleep, and I'll see you in the next live. Good night, everyone.